Welcome to Clearly Ambiguous, the only show that looks at global catastrophe and asks, but how does this affect the price of mid-size sedan? We begin tonight in West Asia, where United States is currently locked in a conflict that is going swimmingly. If by swimmingly you mean doing a backstroke in a pool of burning jet fuel. When this campaign started, the goals were beautifully simple, written on a cocktail napkin by a think tank analyst who has never seen a map. Number one, displace the IRGC. Number two, completely denuclearize Iran. And number three, replace an unpopular regime with a friendly democracy that loves baseball and apple pie. Instead, cut to June 2026. How is it going? Well, the US military has spent estimated $40 billion and the administration just asked the Congress for another $87 billion. To put $87 billion in perspective, that is enough money to buy every citizen of Iran a brand new iPhone, which would have honestly caused much faster regime collapse via TikTok addiction than aerial bombardment. Instead of destroying Iran's military capacity, we have entered a fascinating game of asymmetric economics. The US is firing $4 million interceptor missiles to shoot down $20,000 cardboard drones. We are literally bankrupting ourselves to protect empty sand. Iranian retaliatory strikes have degraded multi-billion-dollar THAAD and Patriot systems. It's the military equivalent of trying to kill a mosquito in your house by throwing your vintage Rolex at it. Sure, you might hit the mosquito, but now your watch is broken and the mosquito's family is mad at you. But let's look at the true theater of the absurd, the Strait of Hormuz. This narrow strip of water where 20% of world's petroleum passes, or rather used to pass, right now the shipping traffic is down 70%. Now, normally when a superpower enters a war to preserve freedom of navigation, the water gets safer. Instead, Iran looked at the US Navy and thought, you know what this international shipping lane needs? The administrative energy of the New Jersey Turnpike. Yes, in April and May, reports surfaced that Iran was essentially setting up a maritime toll booth, demanding upwards of $1 million per tanker just to float by. $1 million. Imagine a ship captain sailing through an active war zone. You look out with binoculars only to see an IRGC commander holding a giant bucket attached to a stick shouting, exact change only, you infidel. Now, the White House claims they have negotiated this away. President Trump announced a breakthrough, saying Tehran pledged no tolls or insurance fees. But on the water, it's complete anarchy. Right now, global shipping companies are handling this by using highly advanced, top-secret naval tactic called turning off the lights and praying. So now ships are running dark, turning off their transponders and sailing through a combat zone in pitch blackness, like teenagers sneaking out of their parents' house. Meanwhile, others are forcing themselves through tiny US protective corridor of Oman. It's not a global trade, it's high-stakes game of maritime Frogger. Except the logs are sea mines and the cars are anti-ship missiles. Fuel safety has plummeted so hard that insurance companies are currently charging premiums that require you to sign your firstborn child and kidney just to transport a barrel of crude. But surely, despite the economic chaos and the toll booths, we have achieved the core political goal, right? We made the regime unpopular. Well, let's look at the psychology of military intervention. If a government is deeply unpopular, which Iranian regime absolutely was back in January, and faces massive domestic protests, the best way to make the people love them is to start dropping bombs on their neighborhoods. It works every time. It's the rally around the flag effect. Before the war, the average citizen was shouting down with the dictator. Now, after external superpowers launch an aggressive campaign, the vibe has shifted to, hey, look, he might be a tyrannical, oppressive autocrat, but he's our tyrannical, oppressive autocrat. And he is currently shooting down superpowers' expensive toys. By assassinating leadership figures, external forces didn't fracture the state, they consolidated it. The regime was handed an ultimate propaganda gift on a silver platter. Proof that they are heroic resistance fighting a tyrannical imperialist bully. We wanted to displace the IRGC, instead we gave them a 5-star rating on the Regional Popularity Index. Which brings us to the diplomacy. The White House loves talking about the deal. We hear about it every week. We are close to a deal. A framework is in place. We had the Islamabad Memorandum just a couple of weeks ago. The US even lifted naval blockades as a sign of good faith. And how long did that peace last? About as long as a New Year's resolution to stop eating carbs. By 25th, which is coincidentally today, the ceasefire has completely fractured. Iran just came out and declared the new US protected transit routes entirely unacceptable. The US is announcing agreements that the other side literally refuses to acknowledge and even exist. It's like announcing that you're dating Zenadiah just because she accidentally liked one of your tweets 3 years ago. You can say it all you want, but if she is not showing up to dinner, you are just a lonely person talking to a wall. So what have we achieved? The world economy is shaken. Oil prices had the largest single-month spike in human history. The Strait of Hormuz is a $1 million toll road run by militias. And the regime we wanted to overthrow is more entrenched than ever. Mission accomplished, everyone. We did it. We successfully made everything significantly worse. Good night, and thank you for watching.